Hello, everyone. I would like to talk about the development of a very important invention, which probably 85%, according to Time magazine, 85% of the world population have it. It's mobile or smartphones. Well, actually, mobiles started, or let's say in general, phones started like 140 years ago, because we're humans, we like to talk, we like to socialize, we like to communicate, and that's probably why Alexander started this invention 140 years ago. And the first or the most important change in phones was the mobile. And first mobile phone was in cars, as you can see, and that was because people find it really difficult to communicate while outside their offices or houses. And then a really important change into inbuilt camera came a few years ago. This was actually my phone. And the moment I bought it, I couldn't stop taking photos for everything and for nothing. Anything I eat, anything I see, any person I meet, anywhere I go, I was just taking pictures for that. But more than that was the development of a smartphone, what we call today, with the different features. And in fact, this was only 23 years ago. So it's probably younger than many of us here in the room. And this phone, as you can see, I just listed 20 features, but there are many more features than you can see in just 23 years. And what else? I mean, what's in the future? People are talking about lighter cell phones. People are talking about maybe smarter, which is more important. And I would also think about maybe a replacement for our wallets, because they're thicker, they're heavier. And what are there in the wallets that cannot be integrated into cell phones? So that's probably the future of it. But it's not only cell phones that have been dramatically changing. I can think of so many things like surgeries, for example. I can think about skating board. I can think about software. There are so many other inventions that have been dramatically changing recently. And where do these ideas come from? Of course, people, but there's one common place that usually pops up ideas. And this common place is coming in a minute. Yeah, it's in fact it's just a symbolic picture. It's not literally MSM only, but it's universities in general. So when did university start? In fact, according to the UNESCO and according to also the Guinness record, the first university is this one, and it was in Morocco, established probably more than 1,100 years ago. And it's called the Qarawiyyin University in Morocco. And the two main functions of a university is the traditional classroom, which we all have here, and the other part, which is the research center, and which is considered like the innovative part of a university. But still, with all of these things, students are really suffering, and they are looking for some, outside class support and aids. And one of these things are probably familiar to most of us, Khan Academy, for example, some other websites, some other YouTube resources, and those people who cannot still cope with the pressure of universities, what do? Unfortunately, they simply quit. And why do they quit? Maybe the one-size-fits-all that doesn't probably fit them. Maybe the time, maybe the money. I mean, there are so many reasons for people to leave. And these days we have, of course, so many other ways to learn. It's not only in a classroom. People can have homeschooling, parent teaching, self-studying. They can achieve the goals they have set for themselves. And with also the development of even more alternatives in the world these days, people have even more freedom to go somewhere else and pursue non-degree certifications. For example, somebody would like to be a pilot, he can simply attend a few courses in Plaplo and then become a pilot. So what do universities have to do to cope with the change in the world, like other inventions, especially with I'm stressing on the age, because it's more than 1,100 years ago, so they must be evolving eventually. We never know. Is it MOOC model? Is it probably disseminating knowledge among multinationals? Is it maybe sharing experiences? Is it maybe sharing some other forms of knowledge? These are actually some thoughts about what universities should do to cope with the changes in the world, and I just wanted to share with you. Thank you very much.